Hello there and welcome to Pokemon Pop 62. And in this pod we're done exploring Undella Bay and the Abyssal Ruins. And now we move on to Route 13, which is just to the north here. Which apparently is the longest route in Unova. Which I'm not really sure about. It didn't seem that long, but apparently that's what the internet says about it. Bulbapedia, that is. Yeah, although apparently I've been told that some of the information on Bulbapedia can be slightly inaccurate at times. Although I don't know if that's a regular thing or maybe that's something they've updated now. And yeah, this route does lead us to Lacusnoxa town. I don't know how to pronounce that exactly, and the giant chasm. Which we will be heading over in a couple of parts to catch a very special legendary. And speaking of which, if you remember, in the ruins we found the plates, but there were a couple of plates missing. But luckily we can get the splash plate, which is for water type moves, and the Draco plate, which is for dragon type moves, from a veteran that lives in a house here. So that should... yeah, we should complete the set. Oh, that's interesting. There is a treasure hunt here apparently, who is the man in sunglasses on the route in black and white who collects treasure, who will give the player a different item each day. The following items can be attained from this man. So a various bunch of flutes, some pearls, some deep sea items, a King's Rock, a dubious disc. Essentially a lot of the evolving items. So yeah. Just looking at the Pokemon you can get on the route here. It's not... oh, you can get an Absol here, that's pretty cool. And speaking of the battle here, that's Gramble, who unfortunately got knocked out fairly quickly. And I think Snubbull, Marill and Togepi were some of the first Gen 2 Pokemon leaked when that game was first released. Which, honestly, they're cute looking Pokemon, but they're not too impressive. They should have been shown off Sizer, honestly. Oh, and here's Plusle and Minun. Again, each generation of Pokemon likes to have like a Pikachu tribute, I guess. And we've got this double act here. I guess they were intended to show off the double battles, which were introduced in Gen 3. But fortunately one Earthquake takes them down fairly quickly. And by the way, Mitchell can fly, so obviously he's immune to it. So yeah, Earthquake is a decent move to use in double battles. Yeah, we defeated 2 innocent children, hooray! And apparently on this route we can also get a Lunatone and a Soul Rock. And a Drifloon, so well, yeah, there you go. Oh, this is typical, isn't it? I've got to teach it a Pokemon cut. In fact, I remember I got back to Challenger's Cave at some point, and then I have to reteach Web Flash again. The Electrolyzer. I think you equip that to Electabuzz, trade it, and it will evolve into Electrive. Which is kind of an over-detailed Pokemon in terms of design, but it does look pretty cool. I guess this guy's running laps, just running around circles here. Showing off a Sork again. Yeah, they could at least show off some of the newer Pokemon at least. I mean, they do. I think he does that in his next Pokemon, but come on, I thought like Sork like 10 times throughout the game already. Or should I say Ernie? Your quick guard didn't help you there. Unfortunately, my Pokemon are now level 60, so they are starting to catch up with the regular Pokemon here. Hitmonlee there, just... He seems to have stretchy legs. And again, I think these animations you see on the Generation 1 Pokemon really brings a little life into them again. Speaking of which, when you make a Pokemon game, that must be a huge part of the process. Redoing all these sprites. Along in this case, the next game will have 3D models. And here's the thing, we will have over 700 Pokemon, but I'm not sure the game will actually feature all of them. And I'm not just talking about like the regional and national Pokédex, I mean like the national Pokédex. Yeah, which is alright. It's like in the next game we'll see 400 Pokemon. And in the game after that we'll see the 400 more. And then we'll have the whole set. Tangela, one of the few pure grass... Actually, it is the only grass type in Generation 1. And when you think about it, there's quite a few Pokemon that have hidden faces. Kind of like they've got the Black Mage syndrome from Pokemon from Final Fantasy. And here I finally start using the bike a bit more. Yeah, when it comes to equipping items, you can have one registered to a certain button. So you press that button and you will always use that item. Very handy if you're doing some repeated fishing or getting off and on the bike. And really, maybe I should have used the bike throughout the entire playthrough. But it's just easier to hold the run button. Octillery here, who evolved from a fish, so yeah, Pokemon logic. Yeah, thanks for that. Oh, I remember this battle here, which are cut out. That Fisherman uses 6 Magic Carp. Not even kidding. And that's why I edited it out. We don't need to see that. Thank you very much. It went on for like 5 minutes. But yeah, this is quite an interesting route. It's got grass areas, it's got mountainous areas. It's got a few hidden huts here and there. What more could you want from a route? And I've said this before, but in sort of the post game here on this frontier, the routes are a lot more twisty and rough. Feebas here, who's is sort of meant to be the equivalent of Magikarp, I guess. Where with Magikarp you get like a weak fish that evolves into a powerful dragon thing. And in this case you get this ugly fish, which evolves into this powerful and quite elegant looking water-type Pokemon. Remoraid, who apparently is based off of a revolver. I sort of don't see it. Like, I see how his mouth is the barrel of the gun, and like the fin on his mouth is the gun sight. But and I guess his fin is meant to be the handle. Kingler, who by the way, shouldn't he be a bug water type? I'm just throwing that out there. I wonder what these pools of water represent. I mean, are they? I guess they're meant to be shallow parts. And I meant like the pools of like white water. And I guess this is quite interesting. We have the island here of grass, but I don't think there was anything on it really. So yeah, I just head off. Oh, the lucky egg! Thanks for that, buddy. A very cool item, because by equipping that egg to one of your Pokemon, it doubles how much experience they get in the game. After a battle, of course. Oh, now you might know the moves Hyper Beam or Giga Impact. They're essentially a powerful move which a Pokemon uses and then waits a turn to recharge afterwards. And the move this guy can teach one of your Pokemon, or at least one of your starter Pokemon only, is like the elemental equivalent of that. So you just saw it there, 150 power, but the user can't move afterwards. And of course, it is only for the starters, as that woman told you. Like Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise, and Typhlosion, Meganium, and Feraligatr, and the rest, of course. I'm not going to go through all 12 now. Right now, there's 15. Right now there's 18. So yeah, lots of starter Pokemon. Now, I think what I'm trying to do here is register the Repel to like the item button, but you can only register key items. But otherwise, that'd be pretty sweet if you could just press a button and it would cast Repel automatically. Like I know in Black and White too, that if you use the Repel, they ask you if you want to use another one. Oh, and here's the said veteran. Thanks, so that really completes the set, I think. I think there might be one more hanging around. Well, I'm talking about the plates we need. Of course, the plates are... you can use them on any Pokemon, but they're designed specifically for Arceus. And a big whoop-de-doo to the god of Pokemon. Sorry. I mean the Mary Sue of Pokemon. Oh, I can be any type and I'm God. Worship me. No, piss off, mate. That and you can catch it in, like, well, I was going to say in a Pokeball, but you shouldn't be able to catch the god of your universe in a ball. Tentacle, a poison water type from Gen 1, and actually quite underrated because they have high special defense and they're quite fast, or at least their evolved forms are. Speaking of which, here it is now. I'm not sure about their names though. Tentacle, Tentacruel. But yeah, jellyfish. Like here in Britain, you go to seaside resorts like Rill, or Brighton, I suppose. And yeah, the sea is full of these red jellyfish. Unfortunately, they don't look as cool as Tentacruel. Now, speaking of megaforms and evolutions, why hasn't this guy gotten one? You could, really do something interesting with his design.